Hi everybody, Sarah here at the Big Blue House Homestead. Just wanted to bring you along today with what I'm doing. I've been busy trying to get my gardens cleaned up. I've been starting seeds already. My last frost date is April 15th, which means that it's almost around the corner for me. So I've got to start getting my gardens going and ready and started. But in the meantime, I want to show you what I've already done just last year to prepare for this year. And what I mean by that is I did a lot of seed saving. A lot of seed saving, like a lot. And this is something that is very easy to do as long as you dedicate yourself to the time and the effort to do this. You can have as many seeds as I have just from one gardening season, like I did over here in my table. So I want to show you the seeds, and then I want to talk about what we're going to do. All right, that's all saved from my garden, 100%, one season. And all of it is true to what it's supposed to be because I isolated blossoms the way I was supposed to. And I did everything that, I know as knowledge to make sure that I did not cross-pollinate. I also saved all the seeds correctly so that I didn't lose any. And they're all big, viable seeds still. But if you can see that, that is a ton of seeds. A lot of seeds. In fact, there's my okra. That's just one type. And you can see snake gourds, sunflowers. I've got basil right here. I have a lot of seeds that I saved this year. A ton. Okay, so that's what I want to teach you guys to do, is to do all of this on your own. I mean, I didn't even count yet, but I think it was like 89 different varieties when I counted the last time before I added more to it. Because I still had stuff drying. I mean, I just finished my delicata squash the other day, and then I just did loofahs the other day too. And then I still had stuff all over my shelves in my kitchen just waiting to be separated. But I just want to show you some examples of things that I have saved so that you can see how easy it is when you come back to see this little series, I guess you would call it, that shows you and teaches you how to save your own seeds. Now, every seed is different. It all has to be done differently. All blossoms have to be isolated. They have to be protected, and a lot of just self-pollinating, and I'll teach you all of that. There are some things that when you let them go to flower, when they actually bolt, like your brassicas, you need to isolate those in different areas. So a lot of my brassicas, I put one in pots or buckets to move across my property. So as they bolt and bloom, I can then keep them away from crossing with each other, because that's a really hard one. And I have a really cool trick with a trash bag too, and I'll show you guys that. I should have shown more of this in the last year, but I just didn't think to, and I didn't find the time to. And so I really want to focus on teaching saving seeds this year. There's different types to save the seeds. A lot of them you can ferment, and that will get off the gel casings on the outside and make a nice smooth seed that does not mold or rot. There are some that you can simply just wash and lay out to dry, and there are some that you don't even have to remove at all. Like, in fact, that's a double-headed marigold. I saved this one for fun. I never even pulled the seeds out of it, but it grew two heads on one stem, and I thought, well, that would be really cool if I could have some more double heads. So I saved that for fun too. Did the same thing with these sunflower seeds. They were a double-headed sunflower, and that would be really neat to have, a genetically crossed or genetically altered type of seed, mutated seed, that would give you something really cool like that. So anyways, that was just some fun ones. I got a lot of seeds here to show, but Chadwick cherry tomatoes, I got quite a bit of those this year. I could have saved more, but that's more than enough for me. I even saved radish seeds. Like, I let those go to flower and I isolated them. And so I've got all kinds of little scarlet globe radish seeds right here. And that's plenty for me to grow another garden. Sugar baby watermelons, obviously it's really easy. You just scoop out the watermelons, or as you eat them, spit them in a cup. And then just rinse them off and save them. I always take anything that I have for my kids and myself. If we have like spit seeds out into a cup, I just wash them with a little bit of, all natural soap, just to make sure that there's no germs or anything on them, and then lay them out to dry. But yeah, sugar baby watermelons, my honeydews, all of my other plants stopped producing in my melon patch. So I left the last of the honeydews, and when the blossoms came on, I didn't have to isolate them because everything else was already dead. And so just from a couple honeydews, I got a ton of seeds, and that's a true honeydew. I also saved a bunch of Romano beans. It's one of my favorite beans that I grow. Big, fat, broad bean. Sometimes they're labeled as Italian green beans when you buy them frozen. But yeah, I got a bunch of those seeds because I wanted to make sure I could grow those again. I even saved sugar snap peas because I love sugar snap peas, and so wanted to make sure. Parsley, Black Beauty eggplants. I did have a video on this, but it's real simple. You just grate an eggplant up and you let all the debris float to the top and the seeds drop to the bottom, and you just separate it, and it's real simple. So yeah, definitely I'm going to show you this stuff. This is actually coriander at the moment. I can use this as is as a spice, but it's cilantro seed. And so if I plant this, which I already have, I've got some started, then I can grow cilantro and let it go back to seed and have coriander. But to realize that was from 2 pots, and I've already planted, I think, 30 plants. So look at that, from 2 pots of cilantro, I have that much spice still to use. So if I don't plant any more of this year, I can eat it. And it smells really good. And then even down to like my Jimmy Nardello peppers, which is one of my favorite peppers, whole bag full of seeds. Now I did weigh out a couple of these because I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I have too many seeds. So coming up, I'm going to release that I'm opening a mini seed store. I'm just going to do an Etsy shop and offer some of these seeds up for sale because I have so many. I've been sharing, I've been giving, and in fact, with everything I showed you on the table, all the ones that I saved earlier in the season, I sent to the Kentucky picnic, and I gave to Bub from Getting Started on Homesteading, and he got a huge box of seeds, probably 400 or 500 packs of seeds. And when I say packs, I did little baggies like this. You got a nice big pinch of seeds. Yeah, so I almost doubled this in the last year, in one season. So it is possible for you to save this many seeds. And you don't have to do it for all your varieties. Just do it for things that you really, really enjoy. Like my Chadwick cherry tomatoes, it's one of my favorites. I did grow a large cherry tomato. That's all it was labeled as on the package, large cherry tomato. And it did really well. I actually was still harvesting tomatoes in mid-November. I had, I think, 3 ripe for Thanksgiving. And I just covered it up to save it. But I saved some seeds from those as well because I had no other tomatoes around. And I thought, well, why not? If I want to grow those, then I got more seeds. So lots of seeds here, lots and lots of seeds. Now, another good trick to know is that you need to know what tools you need in order to save seeds. So I think one of the next videos I'll do is I'll show you what I use and how I actually save the seeds. And 90% of this stuff is like $1 at the dollar store, or in your own cabinets, or sitting around your kitchen, or maybe even in your laundry room. I mean, you don't have to go crazy expensive to start saving your own seeds. But think about it. This is right here on my table. Let's look at it one more time. All right, so seriously, with everything that I have here on my table, all of these bags of seed that I've saved, I mean, this is hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I would have had to have spent just to regrow some of this. And if you see like these sunflowers right here, that's probably 20 packs of seeds minimum. It could be more, but 20 packs of seeds at like $2 and $3 a pack, even $4. It just depends on the companies you use. That's a lot of money, and all I did was save my own. And then peppers and squash, black-eyed peas, lima beans, marigolds, all of that. It all makes a difference because I saved what I needed, and I can regrow next year. All right, so now I'm going to put all this back away. I don't have room in my actual seed box that I use, so I just been storing them in ball jar boxes. Yeah, I just store them in these, line them all up. And I use the snack size bags because to me it's a lot less wasteful than these big giant bags. Like for instance, I bought these really cheap ones, and look at that. I would have to really fill that up. So snack bags, a box, simple stuff. So I'm going to clean all this up, and we're going to wrap up the video, and I'm going to get back to planting some more seeds because I have a lot more to do. But I'd please, please, please encourage you to come back. And if you want to learn how to save seeds, let me show you what you need to do. From everything from squashes to tomatoes to herbs, all of it. And we'll talk about it, discuss it. I'll show you tools and tricks and techniques and get you guys to start saving your own seeds. You never know what's going to happen next time. And you never know how many of those catalogs are still going to have seed packets and how quickly stores are going to run out. You got to be prepared. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.